Hello there, welcome back. Today is the Ginny's birthday. The birthday girl, right there. So first up, let's do this. Jenny, come, Ginny. Oh, happy birthday. We're actually gonna have an official celebration for you later. My kids are excited. So, this dog, oh my God, slobber. This shiny slobber. What do I wipe it on? Shorts? Come here, let me pet you so I can wipe off the slobber. That's what I usually do. I don't want to like touch my camera now. Oh, God. Anyways, so what do we got? What are we talking about? We were talking about Ginny. We're talking about birthdays. We're talking about maybe one or two lessons that Ginny has taught me in the past year. I think that's interesting because she has, for sure. And we'll see where I want to go from there. So, first of all, I've been trying to remember how many dog years are equivalent to human years. My vet actually has a like poster on the wall that details the curve, and I call it a curve because it's not linear. It's not like, oh, 1 human year equals 7 dog years, which I feel like what I heard in elementary school ages ago. So she was roughly 7 years old, maybe. That's just what I'm going to say. But I kind of wanted to go look at this chart on the internet. I could probably Google it and find out the curve, because I think it goes really fast in the first couple of years, and then it slowly tapers off or something. That could be the case. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So the Ginny, turning 1 year old today. She's still a pup, I think. I don't know what the official puppy adult dog is like. Good job. Nice work. But she's still a puppy, I think. Energy-wise, she's definitely still a puppy. And I'll tell you one thing. Before I tell you some lessons my dog taught me in the past year. That's actually, I'm excited to talk about those. Before I do, though, I had my birthday about 3 weeks ago. And I feel like Ginny and I both are at this point now where we're like, okay, it was super fun being young. You can literally see it in dogs. Like, oh, energy. Ginny loves being petted. She loves humans, loves people, loves other dogs, wants to be friends with everybody. And she just had this crazy, loving energy. And she still has that, don't get me wrong. But already, it's a year, it's already dialed back down a lot. She still has all the love, but it's the energy, it's the enthusiasm. You know, puppies, they're wild, they're reckless, they pee on the floor, like all that stuff. She's already like, well, I'm a little bit more classy now. I'm a little bit slower. I still love you. Oh, that's a squirrel. Get it. She's never gonna get it, so there it is, up a tree. I don't know if you saw that. That was a valiant effort. You did pretty good. Lord. Dude, that squirrel's like, oh, it went way up there. Good try, Jenny. Yeah. All right, she's coming. Anyways, so the past 2 weeks, Ginny has had her first heat cycle, and I think she's kind of miserable with it. Not necessarily the actual stuff that's going on inside her body, but more the fact that we keep putting diapers on her, and like I had to put a towel down in her crate. She's crate trained, and I just think she's like, oh, what is this crap? Right? Like, why do I have to do this? And it just reminds me of my own body, right? Getting older kind of sucks. I wrote down an idea for an episode here that kind of goes further into this idea of, we all know we're going to die one day. True. We understand that. Everybody accepts that for the most part. Except for that Brian Johnson dude. Who wants to live forever. Not me, man. I don't want to live forever. Anyways, we accept that. And we also intuitively know that we're going to get older. Okay, check. When you're teens, your 20s, your 30s, you know that. You realize that. You see your own parents getting older. But I think, for me personally, it's only been the last 3 or 4 years, like late 30s, then I'm like, oh, whoa, wait. I didn't realize like just how long the physical and maybe mental, not for me yet, I think, but definitely physical, how long the decline is. And so I'm like, oh crap, I'm already achy. I'm already going to the physical therapist for some lower back stuff. I'm already like these sorts of things, right? I didn't expect that at 40. If you'd asked me at 35, when you might do that, when you might start taking naps every day, start having less energy every day, when you might need to go to the doctor more, like all that stuff, I would have said like 60s, maybe. And it might get worse. I don't know. But I've just had a few things happen, and I've noticed my own body changing just the past couple of years. And I'm like, wow, already? That's kind of crazy. And I'm very fortunate, I'm very blessed to have health insurance. And I'm blessed to have time to exercise and walk the dog and some physical activities that I enjoy doing. Like I'm fortunate in all those things. But I just kind of didn't see the picture when I was younger. And I'm at that age now where I'm like, oh, I see. I see aging now from a first person perspective. And I'm still on the very front end of it. But alas, just reminded me of that. And I've seen the same thing in Jenny, which is nuts. I mean, she's still energetic. She still runs. But not like a puppy anymore. And I can only imagine when she turns 2. Don't eat that. No. That's poop. I see you. Come on. Go. Come on, go. Good girl. Run. Frolic. Be young and youthful. You're only 1. I have to imagine when she turns like 2 even. She's probably like full-on adult, right? Not elderly dog, but fully grown, for sure. Not going to be the crazy wild-eyed puppy anymore, which she's still just like holding on to right now. So anyways, just been noticing that. Just been thoughtful of that. Seeing my dog decline in years. Not really. She's 1, for crying out loud. But the youthful puppy stuff, already gone. Most of it. My youthful puppy stuff. My youthful human stuff, kind of already gone. Some of it. I feel like Jenny and I, we're at similar stages right now. It's weird. We're both still young. We're in good health. We got everything going for us in life. But we're losing just a little bit of the crazy energy from the youth. Right? It's weird. It's weird. I really don't know how else to describe it. That's, now that I think about it, it's an interesting parallel. I'll give you one more example, and then I'll shut up about this. Staying up late. So, several years now, ever since kids, really, I go to bed rarely past midnight ever. Maybe if like I go to like a concert or the really rare party, which just does not happen anymore. Maybe like once a year. Just because, I don't know, none of my friends are at that stage. I'm not at that stage. Where we do really late night parties. And my kids aren't old enough to do really late night parties. So I'm at a weird stage with young kids. And whatever, it's fine. I go to bed anywhere from 10 to midnight. Usually around 10:45 to 11:15. Cool, okay, no problem. It's been that way for years. Every now and then, including like a week or 2 ago, I'll stay up till like 1 a.m. Like doing nothing too. Not like out partying, staying up late per se, but just like at home. I just stayed up late. I swear to God, I have like a hangover from nothing. Like no alcohol, no nothing. Just stayed up an hour later reading a book in bed. But now I'm like, that was not enough sleep. My body's like, what? Why? You're not 20 anymore. Hell, you're not 33 anymore, right? 7 or 8 years ago, I could do that no problem. No problem. And now I'm like, oh God. Whew. 11:30, I gotta mosey on up to bed. Else I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow. Like, oh my God. It's kind of funny thinking about it. I'm hoping that'll change. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. Are you like tired? You're huffing and puffing. Are you okay? Jenny, you good? She's just moving a little slower. Could be the heat cycle thing, I don't know. It's not like I'm working you out here. Is that really interesting? Those leaves? Jenny, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're good. Go on. All right, whatever. Anyways, I was talking about something a little bit more interesting, perhaps. So I was thinking on my drive over here that we could talk about some lessons Jenny taught me in her first year. Which, of course, she's a dog. She didn't mean to. She inadvertently. Is that a word? Inadvertently? It sounds really weird to me right now. Okay, you know what? We're supposed to, like, move sticks off the path. Doesn't matter. Lesson number 1. Dogs are hard, and puppies are harder. That's pretty obvious to those of you who are dog owners or have owned dogs before. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Surprising amount of work. And I should have thought about it more before we got Jenny. I'm glad we have you now. Don't get me wrong, we love you. But I might have postponed it for a little while longer. Getting a puppy, that is. Oof, a lot of work. Also, what is this? There's a tree down on my trail. That's weird. Huh. Is this tree dead right here? I'm just curious. This one, I don't think that one's dead. This is weird. Like, I come out here a couple times a week. This one here, a couple days ago. It's interesting. I can sit on it. Could sit on it. Or we can keep walking. Come on, Jenny. Let's go. Step over it. My legs. I'm old. Not really. Anyways, so having a dog is a lot of work. A lot of responsibilities there. Okay, check. I'll tell you another one. Closely related, because puppies are hard, dogs are hard. Patience is something you can actually work on and develop. So if you ask my wife, hell, if you ask my kids, on a scale of 1 to 10, how patient is daddy? Like 10 being one of the most patient people in the world, 0 being a complete and utter useless human being with 0 patience. I'm like a 0.5. I'm pretty impatient, I'm not gonna lie. And there were a couple of years when I had young kids, like a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and a 2-month-old, that my patience was actually really high. I'd be like an 8 or a 9, just because I was kind of forced into it. When you have kids, you have a baby, you're forced into that stuff, man. Like, there's no other way around it. You can like try and rush them all day long, but they sleep when they sleep. They eat when they eat. They treat you like they want to treat you. Like there's surprisingly little that you have control over in regards to time specifically. So patience. Okay. That had kind of dwindled back down for me over the past several years. And then sure enough, I got the dog and then boom, we're forced back into it. I'm not gonna lie. The first month that we had Jenny was rough. It was awful. Trying to get her to do anything, literally anything. And just the fact that I'm spending time right now, well, not really spending time with Jenny so much as talking in front of a camera to nobody, but it's away from my job. It's away from my work. It's away from other relaxing things that I could be doing. I'm spending time away from all that. And sometimes I get a little antsy about that. A little impatient, a little bit of, I need to like rush through this so I can get on with my day. So I can do other things that I want to do. Instead of fulfilling what the dog needs. Those responsibilities, those requirements, really. That has been, I wouldn't say she's taught me that, quote unquote, but it's been a reminder that getting a dog has given me. You know what I'm saying? I've screwed up that sentence. It's been a reminder, a very powerful, probably important reminder of how to be patient. It sounds really weird when you put it like that, but I do think patience is a learnable, trainable, probably the better answer there, adjective there. It's a trainable thing, patience is. Get a puppy, man. It'll make you more patient, even if you hate it. There you go. I'll tell you another thing. Again, this is a lot like having kids. Jenny has taught me how to love again. No, not really, but something similar to that. She has taught me she has inspired me to be more joyful around those that I love. I think, so I grew up with dogs, but we had a half golden retriever one time. We had a half golden retriever named Lucy. Half golden retriever, half Great Pyrenees. So the big, white, floofy guard dogs. Golden retrievers, they look like that. They look like Jenny. And they act like Jenny. They just love on you. And love on everybody, every creature, all the time, ever. Great Pyrenees, despite the fact that they look pretty similar, they're both fluffy and furry and fuzzy and hairy like that. And they're kind of the same shape, except fatter, maybe bigger and fatter and whiter hair. Despite that, they're guard dogs. Lucy, our dog, she loved us. And if you got to know her, like if you came over to our apartment when we had her, or if you were family and you spent time around her, she'd warm up to you and then she would just love you like a golden retriever. But if you were not at that point, if you were anything short of that, if you were a stranger, doesn't matter, boy, girl, young, old, threatening looking, or elderly old lady, or 2-year-old running around the playground, she would bare her teeth. She would growl, not like this one, not like this girl, not like this girl at all. She would growl, she would want to bite you and eat you, and then, oh my gosh. We had a hard time finding people to take care of Lucy when we were like out of town for a day or something. Like I once had my friend David come over maybe like a month after we got Lucy, just to like feed her, take her out, give her some water. Like we were gone for like 24 hours and he was just going to come over once or twice. And he couldn't get in the door. He's like, dude, I really hate this. And he had dogs too. It's not like he didn't know what he was doing. Like I literally can't get in the door. And I was like, okay, I'm coming home. Damn it. We had that dog. And I've had other dogs in the past when I was younger, but they were all kind of like a little ornery. They would love you. They would fetch for you, but they're not like, we just love you all the time, no matter what, no matter who you are. I've never had a dog like that until this one. Jenny's the first dog that is just like kind and loving. I mean, and she's a puppy, or she was a puppy, like I mentioned. She's kind of crazy, but other than that, like she's pretty gentle. She's not super rambunctious, more so than a normal puppy. Like she's just great. And man, it's so, well, maybe it's not stupid. I was gonna say it's stupid that she inspires me just to be a little bit more like that. It's almost to a point where I am jealous of her smaller brain in some respects. Does this sound stupid? That's a dumb question. Of course it sounds stupid. But it's true. I'm a little bit jealous of Jenny and her ability to just be like, oh, this is awesome. Life's awesome. You got a treat? I'm here for it. You got some food? There's some poop on the ground? I'm here for it. I'm just here for everything. Oh, you're a person? Love it. I love you. Please come pet me. Let me slobber all over you. This is great. Like, I'm a little jealous of that, right? Jealous of the smaller brains? Jealous of a carefree life? I mean, truly carefree. What does this dog care about? Look at that. Look at that. She doesn't care about a damn thing. She loves it. That's not jealous in a bad way, but I think that's like, you know what? Dang. Maybe I'm a human being who walks on 2 legs and has opposable thumbs or whatever, but I think I could be a little bit more like that. And I'd actually probably just find more joy in myself. Not to mention like making other people happy. My family, kids, well, people I like just see, neighbors, like even, oh man, I can't help but everyone would be happier if I was a little bit more like Jenny. And not just me, everybody, right? It's inspirational. It's weird. I've never voiced it until just this second, but there you go. You inspire me, Jenny. You make me, wait, what's that movie? You make me want to be a better man. I think that's a quote from a movie, probably 90s movie. It's escaping me right now. You win 10 points if you comment in this YouTube video with what movie that's from. You make me want to be a better man. I think it's something like that. I mean, I could be making this up. I don't know. Anyway, what else has Jenny taught me? I don't really know, to be honest. I think that's all I got. Yeah. Yeah. What's she doing? Hang on. Come! Come on! She's coming. She's a good girl. She really is. She makes me angry sometimes, but it's not really her fault, right? I tell you some of the things that I've learned, not from Jenny, but about Jenny, about dogs even. Learned a lot. One of my, oh man, I'm gonna forget her name now. Author of a few dog books. She's apparently really good. I listened to her in a few podcasts, and her name is escaping me. Damn. I don't know. And you know what? The names of everything that she taught is escaping me. This is gonna sound really obvious to those of you who have done dog training, but for anybody else, maybe not so obvious. First of all, like negative, like punishment. What's that word? Negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement just doesn't work. Like it's kind of useless. I didn't believe that for the longest time. I believe it now. Negative reinforcement. It's just kind of useless with dogs. I just don't think it works. They'll learn when you don't want them to do something for sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do the thing you want them to do, to behave like you want them to behave. They might just damn well avoid you. That's happened with me a few times. I have raised my voice to the dog out of anger and frustration. Not even really at her, just like being frustrated by something she's done. And I haven't like really hit her. I've definitely like pulled her away from things, pushed her away from things, but I'm not like out here kicking my dog. I haven't done that. But I could definitely tell from Jenny at least, negative reinforcement doesn't work. So what does work? Positive reinforcement. And beyond that, what I learned from this lady whose name is escaping me, maybe it's Susan. I feel like it starts with an S. Doesn't matter. Maybe I can look it up. Put it in the description. What I learned from her is to, I mean, it's really simple. Incentives. Just make sure the incentives align with whatever you want them to do. Like they have to be incentivized to sit, to fetch, to roll over, to play dead, to come when you call them. And it sounds stupid simple on the outset, but training this is actually kind of hard. And it's even harder sometimes if you actually love your dog, which I'm assuming most people would. It's hard to not reward them when they don't earn it. I remember it requires patience, right? If I'm trying to teach her a new trick, I have to be patient and not give her the treat, not give her the reward, not like let her figure out the incentive when she doesn't do it as she's learning. And then take baby steps, like, oh, she does some of the trick or some of the behavior. Okay, we'll start to reward that. We'll give the treat. We'll give the pets. And then, you know, gradually get more accurate. Does this make sense? I'm not sure. Oh, here's a good example. Here's a much better example than what I was blathering about. This is from the lady, not from me. I haven't done this. The lady went on vacation. She's a dog trainer by trade. Went on vacation to an Airbnb, and the Airbnb was somewhere in like the British countryside or something like that. And it had like 3 or 4 big dogs on the property. And they literally like ran up to her car as she pulled in, jumping like crazy, jumping at the door, scratching at the door. She got out, they're jumping, they're on her, they're scratching on her, they're not behaving, they're not sitting, they're not listening to anything she might say, so on and so forth. So she proceeded to train these dogs over the next like day or two. I think she like got permission from the owner or like whatever that was to train these dogs. Come on, Jenny, come. There you go. Come on. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Oh yeah. Look at that. Good girl. Mm-hmm. Little treat. Okay, this way. We gotta lick. We gotta clean. This is heat cycle. I don't know. Come on, Jenny. Let's go. Come on, that way. Okay, so this is an interesting little training tip. So not only, so she wants to get the dogs to like sit, be quiet, and wait to be petted, which is what they want. They're seeking attention. There's like 3 dogs, 4 dogs, a lot of dogs, big dogs. They wanted attention. They wanted to say hello. They weren't trying to eat her or scare her, but they were just untrained, jumping up on her, like all that stuff. What do they want? What does the dog want? Sometimes dog wants treats. Actually, for my dog, all the time. Dog will eat treats. Dog will eat food at all times. Other times, dogs want attention. Hey, look at me, pet me. I'm so excited. I want to say hello to you. Pet me. That's what they want. That's their desire. And what is the opposite of that? That's what this lady was kind of wondering. Like, what's the opposite of what these dogs want? And in her case, she got some treats or some like, I think she went out and bought a steak at the grocery store and she like sliced it up into little cubes or something, which we've done with Jenny a few times. Slice it up, throw it in the freezer, frozen meat cubes, great treats. Anyways, so she got those and then she pulled up, got out of the car, dog's jumping all over her. She literally just turns her back. Like the opposite of what they desire. We want you to say hello and pet us. And if we're jumping all over you and making a ruckus, but you still pet us and love us and say hello, then why would we do anything else? The incentive is not there, right? They're not incentivized to behave, in other words. So she did the opposite. She literally just turned her back. And maybe they'd run around to the other side. She just turned her back. And she's just patient enough to be in that little weird state, turning her back, turning around, completely ignoring the dogs, until they give some semblance of being behaved, exhibiting the behavior that she wants out of them. Maybe it's like sitting. Maybe it's responding to the command, sit, that she gives them, and then they do it, or whatever that was, and then she'd reward it. And she said like it was like less than 48 hours later, these dogs were like running up to their car and then just boom, sit, quiet as a church, just waiting on her to come up and say hello, give them attention, maybe give them a reward, a treat, or something like that. It was just like this idea of figuring out, what does my dog want? And I have to make really sure, if I'm trying to train a behavior or a trick or whatever that is, I have to figure out what the dog wants. And if she's not doing the behavior, she's not doing the trick, do the opposite of that. Take the treat away. Take the toy away. Stop petting her. Turn your back. And that, by the way, that actually, the turning the back thing absolutely worked on this dog. Like, without a doubt, without a question. We have 2 kids, one of which is like really short. My 8-year-old's short. Even for an 8-year-old, she's short. And that dog, even when she was a puppy, would jump all over my 8-year-old and could basically just knock her over. And definitely scratch her up and hurt her. And so one of our top priorities was this idea of, if and when that happens, you just turn around, you don't touch her, you don't pet her. Do not reinforce that behavior. Reinforce the good behavior, right? She has to be incentivized to do the right thing, to do the right behavior. So what does she want? She wants to say hello. She wants you to pet her. She wants the treats. She wants all those things. And so that worked a charm. So good. Like immediately, turn your back, ignore her. Boom. Very quickly, that dog was like figuring things out. Jenny, come. Hang on, I gotta put you on a treat. Put you on a thing. Come. Come here. Good girl, sit. Stay. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Nope. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Good girl. Good girl. Here, treat. Good girl. You ready? Come on. Let's make sure she doesn't chase that dude. Go. Good girl. Woo. All right. I think that's all I got for today, my friends. I'm gonna let you guys go. Jenny, where are you going? Just make sure that guy doesn't have somebody else here. I need to learn how to whistle. Doesn't help that I've been talking and my voice is dry. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm gonna leave you for that today. Some good stuff in there. Thanks for hanging out with the Jenners and myself. And wherever you are, I just hope that you are not feeling old. I hope that you're feeling younger than you actually are. That's my wish for you. If you can find a way to bring that out in yourself, even more so today, man, go do it. You owe it to yourself. You'll thank me later. All right, have a good day.